Like many farmers, Henry Raupers is always on the lookout for a better way to get the job done. The Raupers farm, located between Cardale and Newdale in western Manitoba, is now being managed to a large extent by his son, so Henry has more time to come up with inventions under the name Cardale Tech Corporation. He had plenty of motivation to invent this heavy-duty Pull Dozer.
Well, as farmland is getting more and more valuable and the input costs are rising, every acre needs to get farmed in the best way possible, most efficient as possible. And therefore, since years, we are trying to, clean the land up and make it most efficient.
Henry tried a number of Pull Dozers built by other manufacturers, but he wasn't completely satisfied with any of them. He built this unit for tractors up to 600 horsepower with a 20-foot wide blade.
With 16 foot in the middle and 2 foot going out to each side, so you can carry more volume of dirt or debris, whatever you want to carry. She is 4.5 feet high, and if you want to clear snow, we put the raised metal up there, so you can even pull some more lighter material.
In the middle of the blade is a heavy-duty ripper, which comes in handy for digging out rocks and also when you need to drain a slough.
We can extend it down, 16-inch down. She is 17-inch wide. You can do a V-trench in the ground, or you can pull a stone out with. Or if you have a really hard surface and you can't get a grip with this grader, you have a tool to pry open the dirt.
The unit has plenty of built-in strength for working in rough conditions, starting with the 20-foot-long main beam.
10 by 6 tubing, and then beefed up with flat metal, half-inch flat metal. So in the end, we went on the bottom to 1.25 inches and on the sides to 3/4 inch.
In order to deal with the heavy loads, which are common in dirt moving, Henry decided to make the 20-foot wide blade with a double wall.
1/2 inch in the front and 1/4 inch in the back. It's built into a frame, in a C-frame from the top and from the bottom, and the C-frame extending into the wings too.
The two main axles are designed especially for rough surfaces, which are often encountered when working with this Pull Dozer.
Wide open, so you have the chance to backblade with this dozer. If there's a big stone or a root bulb or something, take it in between the axles and push it wherever you want to push it. The axle is never in the way.
Since the two tires on the Pull Dozer are not connected by an axle, Henry was able to put in an unusual and effective hydraulic system. The blade can be raised and lowered evenly, or each side can be raised independently up to 3 feet.
First of all, we see the 2 hydraulic cylinders on each side, and we raise and lower the blade with that. You see the red hydraulic cylinder up there, which is in middle position right now, so the blade is straight. If I lengthen the red cylinder, she goes up on the right side by 3 feet. If I smaller that cylinder, if I shorten that cylinder, she goes down on that side and raises up on that side. If you go the ordinary way, it would lift different. That's why we put a proportionator in the hydraulic system that makes it sure that the volume of oil goes to left and to the right hydraulic cylinder at the same time, always in the same amount.
Like most farmers, Henry tries to keep costs down as much as possible. On the Pull Dozer, he used a couple of old combine tires and finds they work very well.
We built a gable, and using just 2 ordinary bearings here, very heavy bearings, stuck the axle through. The axle is actually bolted to the rim, so that way if you take these 2 bolts out and the 2 bolts on the other side, the tire comes off and rolls out to the back.
They have fluid in the tires to add more weight to the whole machine. This means all the added weight from moving dirt across a field or digging up rocks doesn't always have to be carried on the blade.
I like to have the weight on the ground, always ballasted, but if I need the weight on the blade, I can lift the tires up and then the blade goes into the ground. That puts a lot less stress on the whole system, and if you are in a difficult situation where it's wet enough, you do not really have to carry that because it's already on the ground.
Henry decided to build a smaller pull grader for finishing work after the Pull Dozer. He has the grader blade and hitch tied together, while the tires are on a combine axle which can pivot from side to side.
I can walk with the tractor on the shoulder of a ravine or of a ditch, and I can go with the pull grader into the ditch and scrape it and scrape the dirt or scrape the loose material, whatever. I can scrape it out. I can do that on the left side or on the right side.
At the time of our visit, Henry was expecting to sell the pull grader for around $18,000. The Pull Dozer will likely carry a price tag of $31,000. Without the ripper, it would be $4,000 less, and if a customer provided their own set of good combine tires, that would take off another $2,000.